the money, the lack and limitation, and the realization at this point that we want to go to the next level is because of a habitual belief system. So in other words, we acquired the belief system maybe when we were kids and we didn't have any choice about it at that point. We just downloaded statements from your father. If you want to double your money, fold it over, put it in your pocket. Right. And so it's tucked away in your brain. And you keep reinforcing it because you keep believing it. And so at a certain point, you watch this show and suddenly there's an awakening, there's an aha, and people go, wait a minute, I don't have to do that. And wait a minute, money is not the root of all evil. And wait a minute, maybe I can use money to fulfill my mission. But now we have to change the habitual thinking. And at first, like with any new habit, there's a little bit of conscious effort to get the ball rolling. We're starting to turn the wheel to go in a new direction. So we have to consciously do that. But we can do it fairly easily by things like reading the books that support that, listening to the podcast and the positive information that support that, watching the shows like this one that support that, anything that you take in media-wise, whether it is a movie or anything that you are listening to music-wise, you want to be aware of what it's doing to your mind. This is one of the reasons I became a musician, is that I called myself the first self-help singer-songwriter, even though there's some out there before me. And it was to help program people with the lyrics that they were listening to. So my whole point here is you have to become aware of what you're feeding your brain so you are intentionally feeding it the new direction you want to go in. And now the biggest secret of all of this becomes a lot easier if you're in a group. If you are in a group of people who believe the same thing, this is what Napoleon Hill would call a mastermind. I love masterminds. I wrote a book called Meet and Grow Rich with Bill Hibler because they're so powerful. And a mastermind can be done virtually in case people are still concerned about COVID and pandemics. So you could put a mastermind together of people who can support each other. And this is profound because those people can help keep you up and you can help them stay up. And that win-win puts you into a new state of consciousness. So all of what I'm saying right here is to move you in a new direction. I guess I would say one more thing. This is like Dr. Joe's bag of tricks here. The other thing I would do is change your environment. I've done a lot of events where I'll tell people at the end of it, I said, you got to go home and you're inspired and you're motivated. And this is just zinging with energy in your life. But you're going to go back to the same old surroundings you've been in for the longest time, which is going to remind you of your same old way of being. And it's going to remind you of your same old way of thinking. Change something in your environment to anchor the new you. And I don't mean move out, though in some situations that might be the case, but put a painting up or change the carpet or buy a piece of furniture or move the desk from here over there. Do something so unconsciously, subconsciously, every time you see it, it's a trigger that says, oh, I'm now the prosperous Alex. I'm now the prosperous Joe.